This is gonna be the fastest what's where kitchen tour you've ever seen because the kids might call, the dog might bark, or the battery might die. So the first thing we're gonna do is open cabinets and just show you where things are. This is right off of the living room, so it doesn't really have much kitchen stuff at all. This is like my sewing box. I take it into the living room and I sew something while I watch TV. So it's a testament to how much cabinetry we have in here, but how it's still great because we can use it for other things. Over here, also not very much kitchen stuff. This is a shallow depth because we wanted to be able to make sure that if someone's sitting here, there's still tons of room for someone to pass through, and if these has bumped out more, it might have been tight. So they're not great for big things like dinner plates, but they're awesome for little things that I have a lot of, which is little decorative accents. So I have like my candles and my vases and my ceramic pig. The important things are all in here, and I have 4 of them. So they're all full of that sort of planters and decorative stuff. Over here is also not a lot of kitchen stuff. This is the door that we come in and out of from the garage, so this is what we call the mini mudroom. So it looks like kitchen cabinetry, but it's actually like a locker for each person. So our daughter's is this side, our son's is this side. It has shoes, it even has socks if they need them for their boots, a hairbrush, everything they need to get out the door. And the most important thing is tape because they like to decorate their lockers with little, these are page-a-day calendar pages. We get them made with all of our pictures on them, and then they like to decorate. They kind of look like Polaroids. Up here is super functional because we have room to put overflow winter stuff. So like hats and gloves that we'll bring down and put on the shelf when it's time can live up there for the meantime. Then over here we have my locker and John's locker. Just shoes, gift cards, dog leashes, all the things we need to get out the door. And we also have that winter or overflow space up here. This side of the room I describe as the hardworking built-in pantry. Pantry is a general term for all these things, but it's where we do all the dry food. So we have these roll-out shelves in here. They're as deep as the fridge, so it's tons of space for all the things that we have that don't need to be refrigerated or frozen. This is just overflow stuff, like if we have guests and they say, you don't have a coffee maker, then we say, fear not, we have these Starbucks things that we hear are fine. The jury's still out if they really are fine or if people are lying to us. This is just random stuff. It's like the cooler, stuff like that for when we're bringing food out of the house. This is random overflow snack stuff. So like this big giant bag of popcorn makes sense here because I filled this with popcorn, so it's just right there. And then my overflow paper towels, which you might say, how do you get those being so small? But watch this, because I can get everything. And it's one of my favorite things about this because I can just get on the counter and climb up like a child because that's fun for me. Down here, we have some empty stuff, which is nice because we still, oh, John's pointing. The exciting doors, the exciting doors. This is where we keep the appliances. We call it the appliance garage, the small appliances. So we have an outlet in here. And we can do our toaster, our crock pot, our blender, all of that. We can pull it out if we want, but we don't have to. And it's great for storing them and using them. And then just some overflow. This small shelf made sense for bread, so that's where it goes. Under here, you hear the dog barking? I hope you like that. And this is just like cutting boards, which makes sense because we cut stuff here. And if it's like poultry, we use these plastic ones. This is completely, well, mostly empty. There's like some little snacky things. These are some of my favorites. I call all this sort of like stove-centric storage. This is all of our spices, probably many of which we've had like since before we were married. And, okay, I'm coming, Burger, hold on. And these containers are from Bed Bath & Beyond, and they're made to store spices. They're sort of slanted. So, and then measuring stuff, everything in there. This is bakeware. This is cookware, so you've got like the pots, or the skillets, more bakeware. These are the pots. My tip for you is my biggest stock pot fits in here. I just can't do this, so I do this. So I love a big deep drawer for stuff like that, so you don't have to stick your head in a cabinet. The drawers come to you. So then this is all glass like Pyrex baking stuff, my rolling pin, and then this is like, what would you call this?
Cutlery.
Cutlery, but like not the table
knives.
settings. Yes.
Death machines.
You're right, you're right. And then this, did I do this one? This is stuff that makes sense to be over the stove. It's salt and oil and stuff you use while you're cooking, and that's also where I put like leftovers in those containers. This is basically my drinking station. I do a lot of tea, so I've got the mugs, the tea kettle's right here, and I even put my tea in this little plastic container. I'm really into containers, you guys. And everything's easy to get to. I did these, right? Yes. So this is my lunch making drawer. It's so nice to have everything together. All the containers, if I need Ziploc bags, if I need foil, even a thermos. I throw in a napkin. Guys, having all this stuff together when you're making lunch is so nice, and you can run to the fridge and you can run to the pantry and get everything, but it's like within a very close footprint. So that's helpful. This is just random like platters when I need something bigger than just each person's plate. If we have like a big pot roast or something and I want to put it on a platter. Not used super often. This is the griddle drawer. This is for my husband because I love him. We've had this griddle and it didn't even have a place to live in our first house. It was so big, no cabinet or drawer could contain it. And it gets its own drawer. So I feel like that's like baller status for the griddle. It's like living the good life here. This is just like leftover papers, stuff from parties, like napkins and cups and straws, just when we feel like being lazy. This is all of my silverware. So this container is from Bed Bath & Beyond. It like matches the inside of the drawer perfectly. I don't know how that happened. These are these really cool like tension dividers you can put in anywhere you want them. And they keep things organized. And they look like this, so everything kind of works together. And I'm anal, so I really like it. I used 2 of them here. I stacked them too high so that I could do plates, little plates and bowls. And this is essentially when I'm setting the table or setting the island, I just am like boom, 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 and everything's together. I love having this little drawer. It's the kids' drawer, so it's the bottom one. And it's just things like cups, if they want cups, plates, and bowls. They can just grab what they need, run over and get popcorn or whatever, and help themselves. Under the sink, nothing of note other than we probably should take these latches off because we've had them there for a while and nobody really touches these cabinets, but it's better safe than sorry. This I love. It's the pull-out garbage, but it has recycling behind it, which you've never had in the same place, and it's so helpful, and I really like it. This is just dishcloths, you know, just for like switching out by the stove and using by the sink. Here we have so many tools, all the tools, because we're weird and we keep tools in the kitchen. We use them all the time, so they're next to the junk drawer. It made sense in our head. If we need the tape measure, the hammer, they're right here. And some of these cabinets even have this half shelf so that they have more space, but you can store something tall with the half shelf, which I really appreciate. And then just a little bag container is nice to have near the garbage if I want to put something in a baggie. I have it. This is my big old junk drawer full of little wooden boxes that keep everything kind of organized. I can find everything so far. And you notice how they don't move? Like, see how I'm really shaking the drawer? It's because I 3M'd them to the bottom with 3M Velcro, because I'm a crazy person and I like things to stay where I put them. This is another one of those dividers, and everything's just sort of corralled. Under here and over here are like the party central. So this is like if people are over, we're all eating out on the deck and I want a big platter, or I want streamers for some reason, or the big bowl with for the big salad. This is like entertaining stuff, paper lanterns, tablecloths, all together. And then up here is the picture cabinet. I make fun of John for the griddle cabinet, or the griddle drawer. He makes fun of me for the picture cabinet. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures. If you count this carafe, it's 7. It's same thing. If people are over and I need things to contain beverages, I have them here. And this is like, if it's taco night and I need all the fixins, or we're doing sushi and I want soy sauce, they're just sort of like bowls that are for entertaining. So I think that's everything. You've seen the whole kitchen. If I didn't open something, it probably was empty. And the dog is barking, so I have to go.